Hey, welcome back about it. Loki, episode 3. You ready for this?
I'm very excited to find out what is going on. First two episodes, had me pondering like what is going on, who pruned them, like are we do we already know who the bad guy is? Have we met the bad guy? Is Loki the bad guy? Is Sylvie the bad guy? Is what from episode two did is the Colonel? It's Colonel, right?
The
Colonel,
judge.
the judge. But they say yeah. Okay, is the
Wait, is
judge?
she a judge or a colonel? No, she's a
Well,
judge.
because they call it the militarized part of the TVA.
Hmm.
So because watching other things, they had like they were like even in the show they were like, oh, you have to stop the general or the colonel.
Hmm.
So I guess it could be that, like, just like in this reality, we have like the president and the colonel. Like I think she represents the military side of the TVA, and then you have the judge, and like I think they all have roles. Like they're
She's
all
the
in
joint chief
power.
of the staff, pretty much.
Yeah, because she had the power to bring all those troops together, run under her, and then be able to bomb those other worlds. But that's how I feel my mind is being blown every time because I can't figure it out. That's why I keep asking myself, where are these people getting these information from? You said you were telling me earlier, these are comic geeks.
Hmm.
You know,
That are steeped
so
into the lore. Yeah.
yeah,
Years of reading comic books.
and then they have time when I used to like push them into the locker rooms and be like, what's up, preppy or what? I don't know. I'm mixing TV shows now. But now, like, I feel like they could be variants because they, in their world, they've already seen the show because they're bringing up good points, good theories.
So what's the theory you're telling about that we talked about earlier this afternoon? You told me you were going to tell me a theory, but you wanted to wait.
Well, one theory I heard was about the TVA. We see it as a bad thing, but they were saying what the judge did, or the colonel, the military, the character did, blowing up,
The female one, yeah.
yeah, the female, blowing up the other timelines and shrink and bringing it back to the sacred timeline is actually preventing the multiple Kangs from coming, because without those branches, can't possess those branches. You know what I'm talking about? Like the
Yeah.
console. And that was the whole thing with Kang. The he who remains was trying to do always. If there's one timeline, the other variants can't, or at least I believe, cannot possess. Like, there can be more.
Hmm.
Where would they be coming from?
That makes sense. That makes sense. And they would be. Where would he be coming from, though? If they destroyed all the timelines and all the Kangs are on those different timelines, then the main Kang would come from a new world?
I guess so. It puts it into perspective. There's that theory you sent me. That
But Oris
the
Boris?
Yeah. If that's the plot at the end, it's kind of it'd be kind of crappy, because then, like
So
I would
let's give
I
a
wouldn't know.
let's give a quick spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear anything about the spoilers, possible spoilers, tune out for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. At the end, it ends with credits. Oh, woo.
Yeah, but the theory you're talking about is Oris Boris actually being the villain of this show.
Yeah. If that's the case, then they suck at doing this, because it's just like when you met, I forget what character it was in one of the Marvel movies. They said the name and it was their human name, and then everyone knew. I didn't know because I didn't know that character. I just knew him as a villain,
Hmm.
but he had another name. I forget where it was.
Was it an
Oh,
MCU movie?
I think it was an MCU movie. So like as soon as my name is this and this, people were like, they already knew who it was. They was like, oh, this guy's gonna grow up to be this. He's gonna turn into this person.
Mm.
Mm. I'll tell you, like, If you ever play Marvel Spider-Man, the original,
for PS5 or
Mhm.
PS4.
Yeah, PS4. There's a character that you know, and then everyone knew who he was based on his name. He was Chang or something. I forget his name. He was an he ran Feast. He was the one that
Mm.
funded it. He was rich, but then he had a dark secret. His secret was that he was Mr. Negative,
Mm.
and so he was battling these two things. And then when you find out in the game, when you find out in the game, it's very disturbing. Like I didn't know it was a surprise to me, and I was like, oh man, sucks, because he was a very good guy. Like he loved Aunt May. He really took care of Peter. Like like really looked up to him, taught him all these other stuff. And then when he finally reveals himself, and Peter Parker finds out, at least in the game, it's
Mhm.
very upsetting. The same way where you have Doc Ock, like Doctor Octavius, you see him working. Oh, there you go, that one. We all know who he turns to be. As soon as he introduces himself, oh, I'm Dr. Octavius, you know what he's going to become.
Mhm.
But yet you're still fooled. Like your inner side wants your like inner child wants to or remembers who he is, but you're also like, oh my god, maybe this will be different, even though you know the answer.
Yeah, you
This
know the
time around,
outcome. Yeah.
because you see how loving they are, that relationship. How Peter like there's a part in the game where Peter even uh works for him for free. He doesn't care because he's bettering human development of like I think he suffers in the game of some like degenerate muscle degeneration type of disease.
Yeah. What is it called? There's an acronym for it. What is the muscular degenerate something MSI or
Autophagy or
something?
something, I don't know.
What is
MS.
it? MS? That's it.
MS.
MS.
Yeah,
Muscular dystrophy or something like that.
yeah,
MS. You're right. That's what it is. MS.
yeah. But anyways, we're venturing out. I'm just going. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
ranting.
Yeah. Yeah. We're kind of going
Yeah,
off
but
course here.
so yeah, like if that's the case, I think it's just gonna be like a cheap thrill. Because I mean, like if that's the enemy, then you give it up. You give it up in the first episode.
But you know why I think there's maybe some truth behind that theory that Oris Boris might be the villain because of the situation with the actor. And even Kevin Feige has said before in previous interviews, they're going to do a reboot of the MCU. And I think this is how they're going to do it, erasing all these different timelines. And the heroes that they are going to work with, they're going to take them out of those timelines and put them into that one timeline to fight the one king, which might be Oris Boris. I mean, wouldn't you want to see Oris Boris be the Kang variant that everybody's like, oh shit, we didn't expect it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, there's already a theory. I didn't hear the theory. I just saw the title, and it said, What did Oris Boris erase? Since he's the keeper,
Mm-hmm.
or he's the one that built the portal, or we know how they the door, that big door
Mm-hmm.
to enter into the time stream. Um, what did he erase so that the TVA doesn't remember from the TVA's memory? Because like I mean, it does put he's been there since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He's the engineer. Like if Miss Minutes.
He's the creator.
Hmm. In fact, there's even a theory that I saw that remember in that episode, was it two? Yeah, like last episode. Remember when they find Sylvie in McDonald's?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that the blonde kid in next to her, like when she's like like the other server at the
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's, is Owen Wilson's character, like a younger version.
Oh man, that would be a mind. That would be
So,
like a mind fuck right
yeah,
there. Holy shit.
yeah, because like we've been teased about uh Owen Wilson's history. Where did he come from? Where did he start? What's his beginning? What happened to his other variants?
That's a good one. Holy
Mhm.
shit, that's a good one.
And also, I guess like my question is also is because here's what was my okay. So like, if there's one time stream, that means there's only one of you. So Owen Wilson's character
Mm-hmm.
is a time agent.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? the one that in the Rain Slayer,
Hmm.
her other variants, what were they up to? Like, like they had to prune them all for her to put her there. And then like she fell in love with Kang, so she knew about Kang supposedly.
Yeah, there were a couple. There were an item.
Hmm. So like that would be interesting how they met too, and how because even Ouroboros, I mean, if he turns out to be the villain, it would be interesting how Ouroboros and Kang related to each other.
Mm. Speaking of Orsborgs, there's a little detail that nobody noticed. I didn't even notice till like I was rewatching it the other day. Remember, Orsborgs had that machine, and he
Hmm.
was typing in, and he couldn't get in, and he
Hmm.
kept trying to fiddle it with it.
Hmm.
And the last scene that where we see him, he's coming out of the doorways. He's coming out of the area where the time loop is at, and he doesn't have the machine with him anymore.
Hmm.
What do you think he did? He must have done something.
I think it's a variant. I think he could be the villain if because we saw gullible, nice, pleasant Ouroboros.
Hmm.
And he's coming out. I mean, it could be a metaphor. It could be like a symbol that he's coming out of because there's a dark path when he's coming from underground. You're right without the machine. I didn't realize about the machine, but he has a different look to himself.
Yeah, he does.
Hmm.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't look like the nice horse Boris there.
He kind of looks like Kang, like that feature that the seriousness of Kang from Ant-Man when he really when he looks at Michelle Pfeiffer and goes, "You shouldn't have done that."
That's
Like now
right.
you know the truth. Like that type of like the you know what the usual suspects when at the end when what's his name? Well, Kaiser Sosa.
Kevin Spacey's
Yeah,
character.
yeah, like doesn't have the club foot anymore, and then starts walking right, and then like he just walks out, and he was always the mastermind, always the villain. That's how it felt like when he came down. So I mean, or it could be them playing us to throw us off.
Mhm. I mean,
I've never seen this kid.
that would be pretty bad as a Oris Boris turns out to be a Kaiser Sosa.
I mean, I looked at the video you sent, and I'm like, so why would you name him something that has to do with sort of a I don't know because like when I read into it, like it said villain, not a villain, hero. This it had so much, I'd never heard of the character in my life.
The Oris Boris character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you go to YouTube and you look up heavy spoilers, there is a gentleman that's called MT.
Mm-hmm.
He explains, and he does a wonderful work. He explains what Ors Boris means, the significance of it in the MCU, and he's the one that came up with the theory of Ors Boris being a bad guy, of he being the true villain of the Loki show. And I mean, when I saw that there, I was like, holy shit. I mean, he's got a point. There's a lot of things little subtle cues that you see in his behavior. They're like, oh, he is different. Like one moment he's happy, one moment he's not, one moment he's serious, one moment he isn't. It's like you see those subtle cues in his behavior. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what? There's more towards Boris than we think. There really is. And especially because when I saw that one scene where he came out without that machine, he was trying to get in. He couldn't get in. But how is it that once we get back to him, he's coming out and he
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get in and he doesn't have the machine anymore? So what was that about?
I don't know. I don't know. Uh, all I know is that I didn't. I just saw a glimpse of a YouTube video of today's episode,
Mhm.
and I think we're gonna meet my good friend, um, or the gorgeous Miss Minutes.
Really?
I think I saw a quick YouTube, like not ad, but
Hmm.
like a video, and I just kept scrolling, but it had her in the thumbnail.
We better stop talking and just get to it then.
Well, let's go see.
All right, let's get to this. Oh, so what do you think about the theory I told you about her being the general being old Sylvie?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
I kind of
Uh,
fucked up. I kind of fucked up there because I gave away a big ass spoiler in the
where?
video because I talked about it on the last video we did. I talked about
Mhm.
it. I said, "Hey, compadre, I heard a theory that the judge might be old Sylvie."
Yeah. So what?
I should have gave like a spoiler warning.
You know what? Like, no one gave us a spoiler warning when Oris Boris, kept saying Temple of Doom. Like, dude, you're mixing your fucking shows.
Here we go. I like this intro.
I think this is when we go see what's his name, the old school 1955 guy.
Mr. Timely. Oh, Chicago. What year is this?
Do you think this will have a high
1800?
crime? Yeah, probably.
Red Dead Redemption?
Ooh.
Oh, Renslayer.
1868.
This can't be the right place.
You think they're gonna be accurate with time?
I think they are.
1868. She's a mulata.
Oh, there she is.
What took you so long? First things first, do you have it? Oh, bless your heart.
What is it, the manual?
Do you see that window there?
I believe so.
Uh-huh.
The important person you were gonna meet? Better. When he's back where he belongs, atop the TVA, you and I will be right by his side.
Oh, they're trying to pass on the knowledge.
And just like that, FedEx was born.
And that's how Who He Remains was created.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the version of break open the fire extinguisher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there it is. TVA manual.
Without he who remains temporal owner? I don't know.
How much time do we have?
Oh, there's a machine right there.
It's stable right now.
And how are we gonna find a little rogue cartoon?
I don't
font
understand.
that doesn't
Weren't
wanna
they
be
just
found?
destroying the timelines? How are they growing new timelines?
No, he said that it's growing back rapidly.
I'd say the sooner we find her, the better.
They're growing back. Like, so like they pruned them and now it's like growing back.
Then we never saw her again.
Here goes Arthur Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to 1893.
And they're right there. Only if they knew they could stop them.
Only one way to find out.
It's our version of
How do you propose
Epcot.
we do that?
Well,
Mhm.
you start by looking. A little good old-fashioned leg.
Any serial killers there?
H.H. Holmes.
Sort of thing.
Oh, there's minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call that? You don't think that looks like Odin?
It's embarrassing.
It's a crass generalization. I mean, he could reduce an entire culture down to a simple diorama. I mean, why'd they include Boulder? No one's even heard of him.
Sure they have. Balder the Brave. You know, sometimes I forget that you're
Is that an Easter egg?
you are one of them. Blows my mind.
What was it that tall?
This young lady is a little bit touched. That would happen.
This is it.
The show is about to
Think she's
begin.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Time is everything.
They used them.
We can't just stand here. This is one of the variants that He Who Remains warned me about. It's coming. It's beginning. Oh, look where we are. I mean, does he really look like he's about to conquer all of time?
So is this supposed to be the most dangerous variant?
When the
I
energy
think he's the start of it.
of the past
Mr. Timely. A moment, please.
This way, this way.
Is this where they fall in love?
take as many moments as you like.
We settled this outside.
Gently. Outside. Excellent suggestion. I agree. Oh, come on.
The amazing Loki, everyone! He'll be here all week!
I want my money back, Timely. These trousers don't work.
Councilman, what are you talking about? You look taller to be. Perhaps I could come by next week. Maybe adjust the settings.
Next week.
Next week. Fine.
Fine.
So the charlatan.
Yeah.
Mr. Timely.
Mechanical trousers? There he is! Go get him!
It's an odd episode.
Yeah. Like, is he running from his past of beating women?
Get out of the way! You got your now, Timely! There's no escape from Sylvie! Sylvie, no!
You stay out of this.
Oh, she's gonna kill him.
Just wait! Just wait for a second!
You've done enough. Get out of my face and let me finish the job.
Why don't you tell me what's going on? Come on, just between us. What are you up to?
We don't work together anymore, Mobius. I don't have to tell you anything.
Yeah. And look,
Is
we're
she a
not
rogue
working
agent now?
together's got you. You're a fugitive.
When you showed
Renslayer,
up out of
she's a rogue
nowhere to
agent?
ruin my life, you asked me.
So what does Renslayer believe in now? I mean, she used to believe in TVA. Now she doesn't.
Yeah. You saw it was fake when the heads fell. Remember they cut the heads of the robots?
Oh, the androids, yeah.
Very different things.
I heard the name Victor Timely until today. I was shocked when I saw his face too. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should throw him off this Ferris wheel. But we need him.
There's still a lot of problems
The
for Marvel.
TVA needs him. The lives they protect. Need him.
Mr. Timely.
All right, Mobius, get in there and get him.
Mr. Timely, are you okay?
You all right?
She didn't learn from the first time, huh?
Miss Minutes? Yeah. This is your moment.
It's a kaiju.
This way.
Time control.
This button here.
Miss
controls
Minutes
the
knows that
temperature
this is where they fall in love.
Oh, and
She's the key to make him who he is.
A refrigerator chair.
touch it.
Very practical.
For the beers.
So, did you like my performance back there?
Ooh.
Bravo.
You're pretty singular yourself. At least, you will be.
What do you mean?
It's complicated.
Ladies, it's high time
Like the
someone
relationship.
tells me exactly what is going on. And the two of you work for the TVA.
Well, even before the TVA, or her, you created me.
Is Miss
And
Minutes
we were
jealous?
together at the end of time. I'm here because I know what a great man you can become.
Why aren't the two of you in cahoots with him and his butler?
His butler.
Why not?
Loki helped murder your variant.
Don't you want to see who it is? We could just take a time door.
Are you crazy? They'll track us.
It won't matter if we go straight to the TV.
So his
I'm
if
not
his inventions don't work, then he's
I
not
have my latest
a genius
proto-
as he's been portrayed to
Okay.
be.
Pack it up.
He becomes genius
at my lab across the lake.
because he
Love
cheats.
it. It's like the,
Or they
Caribbean
cheat
of
for
the
him.
Midwest.
At least for this variant, I believe.
No, this is just a.
Because the TVA book has
I
every
bought my cells
answer,
in Chicago.
every
but
experiment.
My
And
lab
it's a
is in
guide
Wisconsin.
to get him back
No,
to
in
where he
Texas.
was. It also might be the most gullible one that they had.
That's
So
true.
that's why they remember him.
They need him. Yeah.
Because they need the time when Doom would be fucking acting up.
Because with this gullibility, they can
Where are they?
they can groom him to what they want him to be.
Rat bags!
Go ahead.
I beg your pardon.
Take him! He's all yours!
This episode is too goofy.
They're there.
Wait, doesn't Renslayer have a temp pad?
Yeah, but like they I guess they'll track him. He's done this before.
I've never found out who.
Got by my minutes and Renslayer.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Yes. I brought it to you.
You brought it to him the way the postman brings the post. We both know whose plan it was.
I like to think of it as a correspondence between myself and the visionary author, Ouroboros.
Mm-hmm.
What did I tell you?
This is the most important discovery I've made yet. I always knew my ideas were good. I just didn't have the technology to make them really work.
Can you imagine how many visionaries lived in olden times that didn't have the technology to create what they wanted?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I see
You know,
love
Victor,
blossoming.
Only time will tell.
You'll become.
Appreciate that. Ravona.
Such a timely coincidence.
I have high hopes for this partnership.
Miss Minutes in love with him? I think
Yeah.
she is. It's Miss Minutes. Oh, I told you.
Partnership. You had to do it. Bye.
So does this mean Miss Minutes is the actual villain of the story?
Welcome.
Oh, I think he's just making sure he didn't
Don't
fail.
worry about me. You're so much like him. Look at all your amazing work.
Yeah, she's in love with
So
him.
happy to be here.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Now, what's the rush?
Don't we?
What is she up to?
TV.
You know, for a moment, I was worried that you wouldn't come with me. That you liked Ravona better than me.
That is creepy.
Is there a sketch of me in that journal of yours? When you first created me, long before the TVA or multiversal war, I was just a simple AI, just something to play chess with.
At GPT.
But you knew I could be more for you. But there was one whim you never allowed me. Why didn't you allow me a real body?
Well, that wasn't.
She's a freak.
If I had a body, we could truly lead together. You just kept me as your thing, your computer, your toy, instead of what I could have been. Your girl. Victor, what are you doing? Put that down. Don't do this. We're a team. You need me. I love you.
Bro, even AIs are crazy. As females.
See, you can't let them go.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, things are getting quite strange.
She's gonna prune him.
Dangerous. Clearly, I made a mistake, leaving you behind.
Save it. I was entrusted with this mission by He Who Remains, not his variant. So from now on, I'm the one in charge. After all those years of doing your dirty work, cleaning up your messes, making the hard decisions you never had the nerve to make. After all the times, I put the TVA above myself Who are you to lecture me about losing my way?
We've all lost our way, but someone has to keep track of the big picture here.
That's true.
You have no idea what it takes to lead, to act, to keep order. I'm order.
No.
And here comes chaos.
Mm-hmm. She's way powerful than him.
Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna kill the character?
Please. I haven't done anything.
No, you will.
You don't know the heart. The heart I have beating in my chest.
He's
I
bleeding
can
to his detractors.
make my own.
But she could read him if she touches him.
Oh, that's right.
Rain's coming up.
Get him out of here.
Walk through.
What about Ravonna? What is gonna happen with her?
Don't make me regret this. Leave her to me.
I suppose I've been a box you've been wanting to tick for a long time.
Is she Kang now?
If you're gonna kill me, just do it.
I'd be surprised if she
Each
is.
time more brutal than the last. It's power for you, isn't it? That's what you want. A seat at the end of time. Well, be careful what you wish for.
End of time.
She pushed her to the end of time.
Can see the dude.
But doesn't she need his body only?
Yeah.
So Sylvie fricked it up again.
That's Sylvie for you.
Oh, shit.
Love you. Darn. Well, it was foolish of him to make an enemy out of someone who knows all his secrets. I know a really big one. About you. I can tell you, but
But what?
it's gonna make you real angry.
What do you
That's
think the
his
secret? So what do you think the secret is?
That she's his daughter.
You think she's the daughter of Renslayer or of Kang?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So if she's the daughter, who did Kang bone to make the Miss Minutes?
No, because she loved him, but never was. You know,
Miss Minutes. So it'd be the daughter of Kang and Miss Minutes.
let's make it creepier. She's his mom.
Dude, that is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
This episode was kind of wacky. It was like goofy.
Yeah.
It was goofy in the beginning. It was like they were trying to make it funny in the old timey way.
Yeah. Or she's gonna tell him where she belongs. Like maybe she was born in 1893 or 1873, whenever,
Yeah.
and they knew each other, and he did something to her, or he like took her away from a happy life. I don't know. I mean, like, secret about. He says, "I know a secret about him, about you.
Mm.
If I tell you, you're gonna be really, really angry."
It sounds more like you might be right. I think she might be the mother or the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Either or.
And that's why they have that bond. Remember the recording in the first episode?
I got a better one for you.
Mm-hmm.
What if she's a Kang variant?
Just like Sylvie.
Yes.
And she turns out to be the worst one of them all.
The worst one of all. Yep.
Mm-hmm. But then why would Miss Minutes get rid of her?
Because Miss Minutes knows that she's the worst one. And Miss Minutes is in love with the male form of Kang.
Yeah.
So she's trying to get rid of the female to keep the male.
Mm-hmm. You remember? I mean, I don't know where I heard this. You remember how when Kang was talking about it? I think it was in the first season.
Mhm.
He talks about that scientist. Like he was a simple scientist. So it's Victor. It could be like I think you told me about that one.
Yeah. He's actually the son of Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like he's a scientist in the future that's like smarter than any other person that's ever lived. But he goes back in time to go seek out his variants to give them the technology. What is Renslayer doing?
Mm-hmm.
Going back in time to give them the technology and the information they need to succeed in the future. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking Miss Minutes knows that she's the worst variant, or she's the worst Kang variant that exists. Because if you got a female Loki, why not have a Kang Loki or a Kang variant woman?
Mm-hmm.
Why not have a female Kang variant?
Makes sense. But you're right. This one was a little bit again, no information, silly.
It was really vague.
Oh yeah, I think it's because they had to give sort of a well, I mean, they are building Kang's character,
Mhm.
so like it kind of has to be slow. You can't give too much information. You can't move the story too quickly because this is I think first episode was to get us back into the mood. This is man, it's been 2 years, right? It's been 2 years since the episode season one. I think it's been two
Has it been that
years.
long?
Yeah, I think it was 2 years. I have to correct myself. I have to look it up.
Oh, that's right, because it was right after the pandemic. It was like the year after the pandemic. You're
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. It was, I mean, the year after the quarantine.
Mm-hmm. And then the second episode was, they had to sort of spark things up, like let everyone where they were, like like yeah. So the first one was like, "Hey guys, we're here, we're back, get into the mood of the Loki." It's been 2 years, people out of touch with it. Second episode was more like starting things up, but it's still too early. This one, I guess they're trying to build character for Kang because in reality, we never really got Kang's history unless you're a comic geek. Like there's so much information that they had to part. Ant-Man had them coming together, all these councils, and two of them were dead. And then then you have
But
this.
I honestly, I'm starting to believe now that this is a way that Marvel's gonna reboot the MCU and get rid of the actor as Kang. Why not make Renslayer the female variant of Kang? Eliminate all those timelines that had old MCU characters that you need to get rid of, like the Edward Norton Hulk, the Fox X-Men, Eric Bana Hulk, by pruning all those timelines and then creating new timelines with new characters, with new actors to fulfill the roles of the new Captain America, the new Tony Stark, put variants of them with new actors coming in.
Yeah.
I honestly believe this is how Kevin Feige is going to wind up doing it. He's going to use Loki to clean everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've gotten a lot of freaking junk the last 2 years when it comes to Marvel.
Yeah, they have to be careful too that because it's hinting at a female lead. So you know
Yeah.
how you know how the geeks get. because they like penis or something. I don't know. When it comes to
Like,
their superheroes, they like dicks. I don't know.
yeah, but Rensler, that actress Rensler makes a really good villain.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So if you really make her the Kang female variant, I think that would be pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
Because they actually told a story of her. She's already become a big part of the story since season 1. So we
Mm-hmm.
already have familiarity with her.
Yeah.
So I think the
Definitely.
geeks will be okay with her becoming the main villain. So
Yeah.
where does this leave Ouroboros?
Well, we know that he wrote the book. He's what did he say? I honor of the inventor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So everything that the TVA would not be present without him. But here's the weird. Here's what I find weird because it falls into the whole time travel thing, the paradoxes.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, in order for Victor Timely to become Victor Timely, the book has to be given to him,
Mm-hmm.
unless then he doesn't become anything.
Exactly. He's just
So
a charlatan.
therefore, without the TVA book, Victor Timely is not a king variant. Then he's just another dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Ouroboros wrote that book. So that what Kang had to say, because okay, the original one that that Miss Minutes is in love with and all that is the one that picked all these people to put them in their place.
I
Because
just realized something.
what?
What did you say Ouroboros stands for?
I don't know what this is. The inventor.
No, but the name Ouroboros, you said that it signifies something. What did you say it was? It was creation, chaos, creation, chaos.
No, I didn't say. No, I don't remember saying that.
Or
think-
what did you? Do you remember? Do you remember what you said about Ouroboros? Something. Let me see. Because I remember we talked about Ouroboros. Ouroboros is a circular symbol depicting a snake, or less commonly a dragon, swallowing its own tail as an emblem of wholeness and infinity.
Wait, that's also Norse mythology.
Yes, but now that I'm thinking about it, you know who is the key to this chaos continuously happening in the loop? It's Ouroboros, because he created that manual. If you remove him and he doesn't create that manual, you close the loop of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Because you won't have that information be passed on to previous Kangs.
True. And also in Norse mythology, the snake that eats its own tail, it depicts the whole end of times too. Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
The world, what is it? The world snake, or what is
Yeah.
it called?
The world serpent.
Yeah, the world serpent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ask my good friend King. Yeah. Kratos.
Kratos. Boy.
Boy. Yeah. Which turns out to be, spoiler alert, Loki.
So who's the one that's creating the end of times? Who's the serpent? Or is Boris?
Mm-hmm.
Because he wrote that damn book. And if he wouldn't have written that book, Renslayer wouldn't, and Miss Menace wouldn't have the information to give it to the other Kang variants to create another Kang, the Destroyer, the Conqueror.
But it also puts into question: is Kang the original? Because if Kang's smart enough, but yet has Ouroboros write the book, and the book ends up in the other Kang, and then the Kang has to come forward, then it goes back to that whole loop. So there's no start and there's no finish.
So you got to remove that
Mm-hmm.
one factor, which is Ouroboros.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you remove him, the infinity, the back and forth stops. And with with Loki and Mobius running around trying to chase down all these variants when the answer's right in front of him. It's Ouroboros the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that's got to get pruned. He's the one that's got to get removed.
You would think that, I don't know, I'm just talking about answer. You would think that Loki would want to pull all his Loki variants into one place.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I would have done that. Especially the Gator Loki.
Mm-hmm. You pull all of them together, you create chaos, and then you're able to. I mean, you would make your own army of yourself. You
Bring
just make
all
yourself
your
more powerful.
variants to hunt down all the different Kangs
Mm-hmm.
at once.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I think I solved the enigma. It's Ouroboros. You remove him, he's the main factor. You close the loop. No more of this infinity back and forth, back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And Renslayer is actually the female variant of Kang.
It makes sense, yeah. But then, why did only one Kang create Miss Minutes? Like, it's just, I mean,
So Ms. May is just the AI to keep everything, just to she's just the software for the TVA to keep everything running. That's all she is. But she just grew a consciousness and a mind of her own, and she wants to she wants to screw Kang. She wants to screw the creator.
mm. Yeah,
And
that was a
what
good
is that? What is that? What's the psychology behind that? There's a what is it called?
Oedipus.
The Oedipus. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this is just like it takes different branch. You know, like I mean, like every dude is trying to fuck their robot, I guess. But this is the first time the robot wants to fuck you. You know.
The so it's Elon Musk. She wants to pull Elon Musk because doesn't
Mhm.
Elon Musk want to create female androids to
Mhm.
fuck with?
Yeah. Here's what blows my mind, and this may be me pushing the envelope on this one, but like I love it's like when like you're dating someone and they have a dream about you cheating them in their dream, and then they wake up fucking pissed off because oh my god you cheated on them.
No one yeah beating your ass.
Yeah, Miss Minutes is trying to beat his ass when it's not even him. He who remains did this to you, not Victor.
Yeah.
And that's why Victor looked at her like, bitch, you crazy.
You got them crazy pills. Like shit.
Yeah. Even the eyes are like she was like fucking tweaking. Fucking meth head. Mm,
This method. This Minutes method.
yeah. You saw in the background when they were talking, touching hands.
Yeah, she was
She's all like a
she had an
fucking
evil
Spinoza.
grin. Yeah.
Mm.
Damn, toxica. I'm so damn confused. I mean, that's the only theory I can come up with. The ones I just told you about her Renslayer being variant of Kang, female variant, and Ouroboros being the key to eliminating the back and forth, back and forth. That's it. That's all I can come up with.
Do you believe Victor when he says he's not that he's different? I think he is, but I think they're gonna make him evil.
I think he's the purest form of Kang,
Mm-hmm.
in the good form.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't know. I kind of don't believe him. You know why? Because
Why?
he's a charlatan.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
He's creating all these inventions that really don't work, and he's selling them all. So his morality is in question.
Yeah.
So who's to say he's not faking it? He's not faking to be like this gullible type of guy.
Yeah, but all cans have been that way.
Yeah.
Like even the He Who Remains was very fake at his purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like it goes back to my belief. When we're in the military, they try to force us into a certain behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I've always believed, at least for myself, if you wanted me to do something, convince me. Just convince me. Make me believe in what you believe, and I'm there for you. I'll back you up. But if you force me, it's like when you try to put your finger through rice or through sand. It gets the more you push, the more resistance you get.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think in the same way, Kang, he who remains, did that. He like as smart as he is, he fucked up because he created his own problem.
You're right. You're right.
If you take him, Sylvie, and she's a young girl. If you taken her and you know give her a loving family like Loki had, or like some show some love. I think it would be different.
And they still haven't told us what her Nexus event is, what Sylvie's Nexus event is. And they made a point to point that out
Mm-hmm.
in the recap.
Yeah. But here's my thing. Why would you prune Brainslayer? You haven't pruned any of the other gangs. Even if she's the worst one, all the other gangs have done bad things too, but yet they do not get punished. Because then we get into the whole because she's a female.
Mm.
So it just plays with the character of like, is Kang real life actor Kang? You know, you know, like so. I mean, it just puts too much into question because if you were to take Ringslayer, maybe that's what it is. It makes no sense because then you have two
Yeah.
Kangs in the same TVA.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
No, but she's not in the TV anymore. She's out
No,
at
no.
the end of time.
When it was, you had
Mm.
Kang in the end of time, and you had a Kang variant running or judging for the TVA.
Running the TVA. So you had a
Yeah.
Kang variant running the TVA and the other variant.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
But
so
he
it
got
goes
rid
back
of
to the
all of
so it
them.
goes back to the concept. Where would you keep your most dangerous enemy? Keep them close to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it also goes to the fact that it says if you want something done right, do it yourself.
Like Barney the Purple Thor.
Yes.
Thanos said.
Exactly.
Mm.
So male variant Kang, he who remains says she's the most dangerous Kang. I need to keep her close to me so I can see what she's doing, but at the same time, she's smart enough as I am to run the TVA as I wanted to run it.
But he killed his other kings. I get what you're saying, but that's like kind of like crazy. You would kill all the other lesser ones, but keep the most dangerous one alive. So I'm like, I mean, we do know that they brainwash people. Like,
Yeah. And she's probably brainwashed and doesn't realize that
Mhm.
she's the most dangerous type of variant there is of the Kang version.
mm-hmm,
And Ms. Menace has been holding that secret in.
mm-hmm.
And now she's going to spill the beans.
Yeah, you see, nothing's more dangerous than a scornful woman.
The scorn of a woman.
Mm-hmm. You see, Miss Minute, same thing. She's gonna be like, "Oh, this motherfucker was blah 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 blah."
Oh, hell no. He cheated on me.
Oh hell no, he
Yeah.
turned me off.
Yeah.
You
He
think
didn't put she's like he didn't put me in that female body. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tear shit up.
man? If I
I'm
was,
gonna burn this house down. Fuck it.
he who remains should have put her in like a chick with a dick type of body. Best of both worlds, you know. Just
Best
ask
of
Eddie
both
Murphy.
worlds.
Mm.
He said ask Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
No, but he don't do that anymore.
no, no,
He don't do that anymore.
no, he does not.
I think we'll find out next week what the plan is actually going to be for them. We'll see what Renslayer is actually going to turn out to be. I think she's going to be a female variant of Kang, the worst type. What do you think? Do you think the mom or the daughter?
Yeah. And then we're not even talking about the fact that they just took a variant of Kang into the TVA. One is a charlatan. One, as soon as he sees Ouroboros, is going to be like, oh, geeking out.
Yeah,
And Ouroboros is going to help him make those machines because he said, I never had the technology to make of my dreams.
that's right.
So he's going to start building and building and building and building. And then, he's a con artist.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to give him full authority, full access to a working time loom.
Yeah, because remember, they need his aura to access all that power, all that energy, all that technology.
Mm-hmm.
So you're opening up the floodgates to a man that already has the ideas in his head.
Mm-hmm. And he can travel any time period he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Travel before the allegations and to get rid of those allegations. I'm just saying.
Make everybody forget.
Yeah, nothing ever happened.
Nothing ever happened.
Can you go back in time and like get rid of the Flash movie? Come on, man. Let me forget that.
The Green Lantern movie too.
Yep.
That piece of garbage.
Yes.
And all the Star Wars sequel. Well, Force Awakens was pretty good. I like that one. But no, just get rid of them all. Scrap them all.
Mm-hmm.
Screw it. Start from scratch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, there's so much potential, and that's I think a lot of shows that deal with time travel try to avoid, because now you have access to changing anything and doing anything.
Well, it's like you said in the last episode. Now the writers have the ability to, if they mess up, they can go back and remove it and start all over.
Yeah.
And put out a bunch of crap again.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. Like I'm still intrigued what's gonna go. Like now, I mean, you introduce more characters and more confusion.
Yeah, that's all they did. Because I'm fucking confused as hell.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know where the story's going.
Where we're going, because now we have what is Miss Minutes gonna tell her? What is Victor gonna do?
You know, you still got to talk about what's the Nexus event for Sylvie
and for Rainslayer
and for
Morbius. What was it called? Mobius.
And we still need to get the backstory on Mobius to see where he's from. I still believe he's a Florida man.
Yeah. It has a brother named Luke.
But you actually blew my mind when you said, "What if Mobius is that kid from McDonald's that's
Someone
working
brought
with
it up,
Sylvie?"
and I was like, yeah.
I like that theory.
Think fries are done.
All right, so I think this is it for this week's episode. I think we should carry on. So move on to next week and see what they bring us.
Yes, let's see what they bring.
You excited for next week?
Yeah, I want to know the secret. I want a little gossip that Miss Minutes has.
Give us all the juice.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
he's gonna be like, "Bitch, you got an abortion, and that's you." Like, God, man.
Like you're the abortion.
Yeah. He tried to abort you.
No, what if Minutes comes in and say, "You know what? You came out of here."
The first digital vagina on TV history.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah.
That one definitely. That would be a sight to see. I mean, like Disney really went there. Like, Disney, you really went there.
Disney, I liked you when you didn't like let the characters have mothers. It was better off.
We were better off there, but y'all just went completely the other way around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll find out what happens next week.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday, same time, same bad channel, but same bad time.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. All right, for this week's episode, we'll see you later.
See you later, guys. Have fun out there.